It's got just the right colour. It's beautiful. It's beautiful for a curry. So they're going to get an O. Those peas are getting an O. Definitely. So how much of your produce is from out there? Out there?
All the fish?
Yeah.
All of it.
From not too far?
Yeah.
Right, okay, we're at the bay in Stonehaven. And it's one that I've been thinking about since I started this journey. I've heard so many good things about it. So let's hope all these good things are right, because this is a recommendation by you. And so many of these fish and chip shops we've done up here in Scotland, and do anywhere really, are recommendations by you. So we've got everything set up. So it's just a case of me waiting for Sue now. Right, okay, we're at the bay and I'm in a hole here, sat down, but that's okay. So let's make sure everything's right. Sue's gone back into the shop and I'm going to go through this packaging now. We've got their curry sauce. We've got their mushy peas. We've got 2 pea fritters. I think it must be a portion. Look at all that packaging, MSC certified. So it's certified sustainable seafood. How's that look? It looks absolutely incredible. And Sue does a recce on the shop. She says it's spotless. She said it's nice as well. I'm going to go in there and check it out in a bit, because once Sue got served, while I was setting this up, she then gave him the card and he says, you know what? He said, I recognised you from somewhere. He said, but I couldn't think where. And it must have been at the NFFF Awards in London. So I'm going to go straight into this. We've got a squeeze of lemon here going on. So you want one of these pea fritters? You want them both? Are they cool with us going in?
Yeah.
With the camera?
Yeah.
Right, so the first thing I want to do is, I want to check out, well, we've got this little pea fritter here. I'll save that for a bit. It's a chip pea fritter. I'm sure it's a chip pea fritter. Well, that looks fantastic. So we've got 2 pieces here. And I didn't ask for a large, I just asked for a standard. It looks super white. Oh, that's delicious. You're right. That really is nice. That batter has got a lovely sweetness to it. That works for me. Let's go with these chips. They are nice. And I love the packaging too. So let's try their curry sauce. How does that look? You know what, it looks like an Irish curry. I'm going to have to check. Or at least an Irish tasting curry. Try a bit of this fish in it. Maybe a chip or 2. A nice curry. It's not lumpy at all. It's got just the right colour. It's beautiful. It's beautiful for a curry. It's got a really nice kick. It's got a sweetness to it, but it's also got a really nice kick to it. And you can see all the spice going on in there. Oh, look at these peas. Look at that. Oh, they are superb. They're going to go down as some of the best peas I've had in quite some time. And I've had some good peas, so they're going to get an O. Those peas are getting a no. Definitely. Right, what we're going to do is now we're going to go inside. Yeah, you're right. We're going to have a chat with the management. Really enjoyed it. Curry was excellent. Fish was excellent. Everything about it was excellent. But I do like that curry. So it's back to the computer where we'll look at some reviews. A low one, somewhere in the middle. A high one, and mine. We'll see you there. Hey, you all right? Yeah. When did this all start? When did you start the bay?
So I started the bay 20 years ago this year,
Right.
August. I had the car in before that, which is in Stonehaven. Had that for 6 years. But I built this 20 years ago now.
Oh, well, you know, it seems to be doing all right. There's
We're getting by.
been a queue out the door since we got here.
We'll get by.
Excellent food as well.
No, thank
So
you.
what's with the bay batter? Why does it say bay batter? This is a secret recipe. I don't want.
So the bay batter came around was, so we're using fresh local produce, okay? So 90% of the produce is within a 50-mile radius of this business, right? We're getting the best fish out of that sea, right outside the door. Sometimes it's in the door. But I liked the batter I used, but I didn't like what was in it.
Right.
Okay, so I had like MSGs or additives, and I don't like things like that. I like to know the story about the journey of all the products that I use. So I produced my own batter, 15 years ago, 16 years ago, created that, and that's what I've been using since. We've got a gluten-free version as well.
And you're MSC certified as well, of course.
First fish and chip shop to be MSC certified for Scottish haddock,
Right.
and for cod when cod was certified, but it's not now. Not for Scottish.
There's not an awful lot of people MSC certified,
No.
is there really? And they could do with being a lot more.
Yeah, I always say it's a bit sad when McDonald's are promoting the brand and the fish and chip industry doesn't. Kind of that's the way I look at it, you know. And the beauty is, when I started, McDonald's didn't have the blue tick, but then they were doing the marketing for me when they got it, you know. So like they educate a lot more people than we can educate. But for me, it's important. It's coming from out there, and I want to protect what's out there. So it's a no-brainer for me.
So how much of your produce is from out there? Out there?
All the fish,
Yeah,
all of it.
from not too far.
Yeah.
Right.
And before it could have been 50 miles, 60 miles, but the boats are out for a day now, 2 days max. They used to go out for a week. They're just short hauling now. So, but I've always bought what's called the catch. So it was like the last net that went out. It's something that I've always been in. I'd rather pay a little bit more and get the freshest fish rather than stuff that was caught 5 days ago or whatever. That predominantly gets sold to the supermarkets and stuff.
Right. But it's the first place, well, Scotland, I've only ever seen angel cut.
Angels, yeah.
I've only ever seen it here in Scotland. The
Yeah.
first place was in 24 in Paisley.
Yeah.
And
That's a common thing in like Glasgow area.
what's the story behind it?
So an angel fish is a smaller fish, whereas I'm trying to use bigger fish. So, which is quite difficult at the moment because fish are spawning at the moment. So sizing's really difficult. So some people are getting like a fish in a bit. You possibly got that. I'm not sure. And that's what we do because we're trying to make the weight. But an angel cut is predominantly smaller.
Do you have any other shops?
No. So I've got a bay on the road. So,
All right.
So the bay on the road is predominantly doing weddings and events. I don't go around the streets trading, and I sell them to Compass Group. So I've got a contract with them for the military, for armed forces, for schools, hospitals, offshore. So we sell them across the whole of the UK.
And what oil do you use if you don't mind?
High oil sunflower oil.
Right, yeah.
So I was beef stripping for years and years and years. But we've monitored our oil every day for years and years and years. And I could see that the beef dripping was degrading. We used to like put 1 pan of oil out a week, and then we started putting out 2 every 4 days. It was like, something's changed here. And then when I was working in Japan, I was scared to ask for beef dripping because I'd probably get a raw cowhide with the top of craft cotton. So I asked for groundnut oil, and I went out there and I loved it because groundnut oil is great because if you're using fresh produce, it really lets the flavour of the fish sing, you know, and it's like kind of what I'm about. So I switched to groundnut oil here, and I was using that for maybe 2 or 3 years, but then there's a nut shortage in the world. It was already an expensive product, but the product then went sky high, and there comes a price point. So I moved to hyaluronic sunflower oil. It's quite a tasteless oil, which again is what I want in here, so that you can taste the fish.
It could be argued there's more nuts now than there ever was.
I mean, I'm nuts. There's no arguing that.
Well, look, I can see you've got a bit of a queue here, but I'd love to get a quick photograph with you.
Yeah.
Outside. If you only a quick one. So we'll get a camera and do a picture.
Good man.
So let's have a look at some reviews. 1 star. What a rip-off. £5.50 for a portion of chips and you don't accept cash. When it comes to cash or cards, I don't mind either way. If it's a cash-only chippy, so what? If it's a card-only chippy, so what? Ideally, I'd like to see a choice, cash or card. So I think, me personally, I think 1 star, because the chips were £5.50 that they paid for, and it didn't accept cash. I think that's a bit vicious. Some people only have either a 1 or a 5. They either like it and give it a 5, or they don't and give it a 1, for whatever reason. And it's unfortunate. It is, because businesses depend on their reviews. 3 star. Disappointed to come back expecting the same as I'd received on several previous occasions. I ordered large haddock and chips. Wife a small. They were practically small, both of them. The portion was 50% smaller than last time. 5 star. We first went there 2 years ago, and it's definitely worth a visit. The fish and chips won several awards and are absolutely delicious. I'm not usually a big fish fan, but this is simply amazing. So if you're ever in Stonehaven, stop by the bay. Mine, 5 star. For a couple of years now, I've looked forward to visiting this chippy that I'd heard so many great things about, and I finally had the chance. The location is incredible, right next to the beach, and the weather was with us. Outside, it is tastefully painted in a soft pastel coastal blue colour. There were benches along with a queue of people eager for some great chippy fare. Inside, it is well designed, making full use of the available space. The staff were warm, friendly and polite, and the food being prepared smelt incredible. The packaging was environmentally friendly and not at all flimsy. The haddock was MSC certified as a sustainable resource and was thick, flaky, white and delicious. The batter, made to their own recipe, was a delight, with a subtle sweetness that complemented the savoury flavour, and it was light and crispy. The mushy peas were some of the best I'd had for quite some time. Again, they were subtle in flavour, not over-seasoned, and had a thick consistency. The curry sauce, although slightly sweet, had a gentle kick and great colour. The chickpea fritters were also very nice, served in a crispy breadcrumb shell. Overall, a beautifully located chippy, serving excellent haddock and chips, with high-quality sides, locally sourced ingredients, friendly service, and a clear attention to detail throughout. Cooking in oil, payment card, fish reviewed, haddock, which was MSC certified. Sustainable. So, yeah, fabulous. Get yourselves down there.
Chippy Tour, cruising the coast, can't ignore. With every bite, I'm loving it more. Saving the chippies, that's what I'm for. Yo, I hit the road, got salt in my veins. From London to Scotland, through sunshine and rain. Fish and chips in my hand, it's a noble quest. Supporting the classics, yeah, I'm doing my best. Met a bloke in Troon with a tempura squid. A castle in Wales where I had my bid. From Mushy piece to battered Mars bar. A culinary Johnny, I'm a food rock star. I'm the Chippy Tour, tasting it all. Beef fritter scraps, yeah, I answer the call. Savory scallops, deep fried dreams, keeping chippies alive, that's my team. Biggest fish, battered sausage on a roll. Fish cakes so good they'll nourish your soul. Squid so crispy, prawns in a crunch. A battered mushroom makes the perfect brunch. Deep fried pizza, yeah, wacky delight.